Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Blockchain Lounge, where today we're going to do an in-depth top to bottom or top-down analysis of Ripple or XRP. Now we're going to take a look from the weekly time frame where we can currently see something very important, which is a important zone of support / resistance that acted as so in the past as a zone of resistance. Right here you can see the price being pushed down, and as a zone of support very recently where you can see the price actually being pushed up by this level. So what is actually happening with XRP at the moment? We reached a cap of almost $2 and reached a high level of psychological resistance at that point, meaning a lot of people wanted to take profits at the round number of $2, which is why it was never actually reached, driving the price very much down. So when you see a lot of people wanting to take profits from a coin, from a spike such as this one, this is almost a double in the price, by the way, and this fall is almost a 50%, almost 100% fall, sorry. So people will likely want to be taking profits somewhere near the top. I mean, especially if you bought in areas such as these back down here. Now, what is happening with Ripple currently? We found another zone of resistance right around here. I'm just going to plot out all these zones because they're going to be useful for looking at the chart in the future and actually plotting out what's going to happen. Another zone of resistance right here currently. So moving down onto the 4-hour time frame, we can see that there was actually a massive correction in the crypto market. We can see a series of lower highs and lower lows starting with here. So this is the high, this is a lower low, right? This is a lower high, right? This is a lower low. And once again, we see a lower high. It's quite equal, but it still counts because we've made a lower low at this point right down here. Now, what is happening currently? What you can see is somewhat of a broken downtrend in the market. Now, why is this important? Because very crucially, we actually started to see strong bullish pressure at this point. Now, this may be a retracement to this actual downturn, but I believe that we're going to keep consolidating in this area at this point before actually breaking out and starting to make a new series of higher highs and higher lows like we're doing now. So you can see here is a low, right? And then a high, and then a higher low, and then potentially we're going to see a higher high, right? If the coin continues in a bullish manner. Now, XRP in itself is a project which I do not really believe in because it has been manipulated in the past quite significantly by larger forces than we can actually imagine. Now, what we can predict for Ripple in the future is a few things. Scenario number one, we can see right here, scenario number one, breaking out of this zone of resistance, hitting the next zone of resistance, which is somewhere about here, after which we may see a possible retracement and consolidation in this upper area between the $1 and $0.2 mark. Scenario number two is potentially a continuation to this consolidation in this area right here before either breaking up out in the upwards movement, right, or fashion, or actually breaking out in the lower fashion. In case we do break out at the bottom, we're going to find another significant zone of support down at this area, let's say the 50-cent mark, before which we can see probably another consolidation here before the price actually moves up. Now, I'm giving you a lot of lines, drawing a lot of stuff here, but these are just the simple possibilities because cryptocurrency in the long term, in the short term, is a very, very volatile thing. The market is very unpredictable because quite simply, it's all based on speculation in the short term, right? That's why I like to base my analysis, my projects, the things that I invest in on long-term prospects or projects, as I like to call them. So every single cryptocurrency for me is a project, right? They're a firm, let's say, imagining them as a firm that want to do something good with their ecosystem. They want to grow, they want to invest into research and development. And the more money they actually have, meaning the more their coin is worth, the more they're going to produce in the future. Now, what do they produce? They can produce in terms of buildability. They can produce in terms of transaction speeds in the decentralized finance network, NFTs, a lot of different things in the crypto space. And Ripple as a form of payment, it's great. The idea is there and everywhere, but I do not see this coin being in the top 10 in the future because there are several different better projects that actually fully utilize the blockchain technology and will be capable of doing crazy things in the future. So the three scenarios: one, the bullish one; second, the conservative one; and third, the absolute bearish one in the worst case if we see another dip to the market before moving back up in the summer terms. We've seen a lot of growth historically in the summer periods, so I would not be surprised if we actually saw another continuation of the bull run very, very soon. Thanks guys for joining, and let me know if you liked the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Ciao.